everyone, David from Fullproxy Labs here in the UK. In this, our third Okta video, we'll be integrating our F5 SAML service provider with Yubikeys to provide a hard token option for those companies that may have a restricted mobile policy. In this video, we're going to build on the Okta AD authentication we configured in our first video by adding Yubikeys as our preferred option for multi-factor authentication. Here we have our solutions overview. The user or client browser contacts our F5 SAML service provider, which is fronted by an F5 APM. The APM then refers the user back to Okta for a valid SAML assertion. Okta receives the SAML assertion request and presents a first factor authentication using Active Directory. Following a successful Active Directory authentication, Okta will then present a multi-factor option. In this particular example, we're going to be using the Yubikey option. Once the user has presented their Yubikey, Okta will verify this and then generate the SAML assertion. This will be sent back to the client browser. The client browser will remake the request back to the SAML service provider. The SAML service provider APM will validate the SAML assertion and then present the user with the application. Following the download and installation of the Yubikey personalization tool, the first thing we need to do is program our Yubikeys in advance of the Okta configuration so that we can generate a prerequisite Yubikey seed file. Insert your Yubikey and click Update Settings. Under the General Settings link from the main menu, uncheck the Use and Enforce Customer Prefix option. Next, enable login settings and select the Yubikey format. Click the Yubikey one-time password option from the top menu, choose Advanced and define your configuration slot. Yubikeys have two slots which can be configured independently for different purposes. In this example, we'll use slot 2 as I already have slot 1 configured for another demonstration. Under the Configuration Protection section, select Yubikey Protection and use the serial number as the new access code. Under the Yubikey one-time password parameters, you will need to generate the random private key materials used to create the unique identity value. Click Write Configuration. This will generate our seed file as a .csv. Click Stop and safely remove the Yubikey. Okay, now for the Okta part, what we'll do now is click on the admin dashboard and browse to our multi-factor authentication options. In the last video we did Okta Verify. In this particular video we are going to use Yubikey. So if we select Yubikey, and we'll see here that we can't activate the Yubikey at this moment, and that's because the seed file that we created earlier hasn't been yet uploaded. So let's upload that. Click Open, and we'll see that once this seed file is within Okta, we should be able to select the Activate option. Okay, so next we'll go to our factor enrollment, and in this particular demo we don't want Okta Verify to feature for now, so we'll disable that and we'll set the Yubikey one-time password to required, and we'll update the policy. Time to log in as a first-time Yubikey user, so we'll go to the selected web resource that we are trying to protect. Log in as before using our Active Directory credentials, which is our first factor. As we can see, we've now been prompted to configure this factor. This is the Yubikey's first time usage, so we don't have to do this every time, but insert the Yubikey following the instructions on the screen. Press and hold to validate the presence of the token, and we'll see that the password will be automatically populated on the screen in front of us here. Click Verify, and that's us in. So that's the protected web resource with multi-factor authentication. For those of you that want to give your end users a choice of multi-factor, what we can do is take this a step further and reintroduce the Okta Verify alongside Yubikey. Okay, so as simple as just going into our multi-factor options again and reselecting Okta Verify, and we'll enable the push notification just because it's easier for the end user. And we'll give this another test. So we'll just open up a new window, browse to our protected website, and fill in our AD credentials as before for our first factor. Now here what we can see is the little drop down arrow there. We see that we can select Okta Verify or Yubikey, so we'll just select Okta just to show you that, and then we can send a push notification. We'll not do that in this video because this is a Yubikey video, so we'll select the Yubikey again, and this is how we use it under normal operation. So again, plug in your Yubikey token and press and hold it for a few seconds. That validates that the token's present. That's your something you have for your second factor. Click verify and we're in. And that concludes our Okta mini series. If you haven't already seen videos 1 and 2, please do check them out. Please remember to like, subscribe and comment, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.